Hey guys, it's David Richard. So earlier today I was helping a student with his application materials to MIT. Now, he's a genius, a wonderful student, especially in the sciences with the writing aspect of his application. He needs a little bit of help. But he's still a very strong writer, and even the strongest writers have benefited from my coaching. But enough of a shameless sales plug for what I do, and more on how I helped him with his application one specific way, and a tip that you can take away from this video when you're working on your application. So I noticed something in his initial drafts that seems kind of harmless, but when you look at the overall goal of the personal statement, it can be a big deal. So he used a lot of acronyms relating to science that maybe for someone familiar in the field, they make a lot of sense, they save time. It's a common nomenclature instead of writing out the entire phrase. But for the average person reading the essay, you feel dumb. And remember, the goal of your personal statement is to tell an interesting story about yourself, but also just to be a likable person to the reader. And again, think of a conversation you're having. If someone's whipping out a bunch of acronyms, and if two people are maybe using phrases that you're not familiar with, you're going to feel excluded, you're going to feel a little spoken down to, you're going to feel dumb. So don't be afraid to just include in parentheses or through a little explanation, an explanation for what the acronym means, or just try to not use them to begin with. Maybe it doesn't flow as well with writing if you have a lot of acronyms, but keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to explain things. The reader in the admissions office might not be from especially if you're writing an essay for an engineering program or something that's more technical. The person reading your essay, at least for part of the application process, if not the whole process, may not be as familiar with the sciences as the average science student is, so take that into account. You want to make the reader feel good. You want to be likable. A likable person makes those around him or her feel great. So you want to almost do the opposite. Instead of having an esoteric acronym in your essay, how about a phrase in a foreign language that pretty much everyone can understand? It's good to have dialogue in your essay, so maybe there's some dialogue that's it's pretty easy to understand. Very basic Spanish, very basic maybe a basic Italian even, or French, basic Chinese, things a lot of people know if they're just hello, goodbye, simple phrases, or just simply through context clues, the reader could strongly figure out that you were saying, oh, hey, what's up, how's it going, how are you doing today? And then if you get that, if the reader understands what that means, he's going to feel good about himself because, hey, he knows that phrase in a foreign language, he understood. So keep thinking about little tricks like that. You want to make the reader feel good about reading your essay, not left out of some conversation if it's too specific. So hopefully that helped. Continue to work on your essays. And my student, he finished his MIT essay, and everything's looking great. MIT is a wonderful school. I really encourage you to apply if you're interested in the sciences. I don't need to tell you that. It's the place to go. Boston's a wonderful city, so don't hesitate to apply. I've seen a lot of students who maybe don't have perfect math scores or perfect SAT subject tests in physics and bio and chem get into MIT. I encourage you to apply. And those students who didn't have perfect science-related scores ended up thriving at MIT. So don't hesitate to apply. And have a great fall. Talk to you soon, guys. Thanks.